The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome, I am Marvelous.
Not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. This is the Podical Son podcast.
This it is.
And that's a lot of podical thoughts and stuff coming up.
You can get carried away, it can go down rabbit holes very deeply.
Facts.
Rabbit holes. Talking about holes, you can go down rabbit holes very deeply.
Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. That's
Patreon.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Start off zesty there. Yo. Like, where are you talking about? Alice in Wonderland? Or are you talking about
Alice in Wonderland.
Wink.
Wink.
Okay, all right. How was the week, man?
Week was eventful. But looking up.
That's what's up.
This is up. How about you?
I feel like time is just...
It is.
It's just going.
It is. It's like, it feels like every other day we are here sitting down discussing stuff.
Oh my gosh. It's not even like, it didn't feel like a full week.
No.
It's like,
Yeah.
That's it. And we just right back. Folks at home, the new to this, we welcome you guys. Welcome to the show.
Mm-hmm.
To the regular deglers, you already know. Like, comment, subscribe. Submit the Ask the Sons questions. Good questions. Keep them coming.
Yes.
All streaming platforms possible. I do want to say that again. And if you can't find all the episodes, according to Angry Man Joe over here, you're always welcome to go to podicalsons.com.
Always welcome.
To get all the listens of all the episodes.
There's more than 7 shows. It's
already trying to stop us and stuff, but they can't hold us down.
Can't hold us down.
So we'll get to them and stuff like that. Talk to me, man. So everything was good with the week.
Yeah.
I'm coming over to your world and stuff, and we can start paying for some streaming services together. It's just stacking up, getting nasty out here.
It's getting eventful in the streaming world.
Everybody wants a subscription.
Yeah.
It's like taking blood from a rock, dog. Like, yo.
It is.
Who do you think out of all the streaming platforms would be, like, let's say, the automatic A1 to go to?
The automatic A1 to go to?
Yeah, say like top 3, you'd be like, you spend your money on these,
yeah,
you're solidified.
I'm still with all that's going on, with all what they're doing. I think Netflix is still the top dog.
Okay.
Right? And I'm gonna say following right after them, I think HBO.
Why HBO?
Because of the track record. I think them being just like a regular channel first and foremost, right? People are used to that.
Mm-hmm.
People are used to the shows that were already on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Netflix started, a lot of these companies who were not in a streaming service were beating on Netflix doors, right? So you have some of these programs that were already there. So now when you hear somebody like, an HBO is coming out with a service, well, a lot of people who jumped on it is nostalgia purposes. Like they were used to it, this, that, and the third. Oh, I can watch my favorite shows, this, and that. I don't gotta wait to come on Netflix or something like that. Right? So I thought HBO, and then to round off my top 3, Disney. Yeah. Disney. And I would say Disney, not right off at the beginning, but with the acquisitions of like...
Where they are now.
Yeah, where they are now, with the pluses and all that, I think that kind of elevated them to that status.
So I wouldn't put Disney there. I think for me, I would put Netflix. Because Netflix is still like top dog, top tier. YouTube. I would put YouTube and stuff, whatever, over like a music and overall streaming service thing. Because whatever's on YouTube, you can now access now with lock screen into whatever device. So basically, you can still have all the YouTube features.
Right.
Because you go on YouTube on your phone, once you lock the screen, that's dead.
Yes.
Now with that, everything that they upload to YouTube itself, you have access to. No commercials. The last one, I would probably give it to Hulu because of the live streaming aspect.
Okay.
Because I feel like TV and stuff is going obsolete.
Yeah.
But then over a period of time and stuff, you still have those transitional people who are used to the TV world,
right,
being there compared to the people who are used to everything on demand.
But it's so funny because when we say this, right? Mm. I look at like here in Canada, we got two major players. We got Bell and Rogers. Bell was introduced to the TV game through the whole internet aspect.
Okay.
Right? Because prior to that,
they were just telephone.
It's cable. And they were just telephone. And you can't stream nothing or send anything on telephone, right? It wasn't until they're the first to do the whole fiber optics thing. Once they started doing the fiber optics thing and realized that the amount of information they can transfer through those cables was even more than cable itself, that's when they started to say, okay, we're going to get into the whole television game, right? But if you really think about it, they're streaming. They're literally streaming, right? So from that standpoint, it's like where we are today, even with the cable stuff, I'm not sure like how long will that be a medium to how it is? Because it's not being used the same way how it was used before, where it was just like an audio signal being sent. Now it's digital signal being sent.
Right.
Anytime I look at anything being digital, being sent, you're one step from being transferred over to just the computer world, shooting beams of information down Wi-Fi or whatever it is that we shoot information down through. So yeah, cable and all that stuff, that's gone. Make it worse that, they're throwing satellites everywhere. They're throwing up satellites everywhere. So there's even satellite TV that's probably going to take over soon.
I mean, satellite TV's been around, but I want to say it's to the progression to the people adapting to it.
Right.
Right? Because like I said, it's a nostalgic gesture where you have, let's say, a generation and stuff of, let's say, the ready to retire folk.
Right.
So let's say like the 60s, 70 folks, year-old people, they're used to that whole plug-up aspect, cable box type of dynamic and just click, click, click and just sit down and click, right? And I want to say you're going to get younger than that, like in the 50s and stuff, the 50s to 60s, you're going to get that kind of, okay, well, this is the transitional time for them to understand that whole digital wave and online streaming thing. And then look at the youngest generation and stuff, well, let's say even the teens to the 20s, they think everything they see on social media is news.
Yeah.
Right? They think it's a gospel. Fuck, look at the Uber. Uber, they had a thing with Uber saying that you can, like, your Uber ride might be this, then you might get like you could do a ride share, Uber ride share.
Yeah.
Or you can have a walking buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was fake.
Yeah.
But they took it as gospel because whatever they see on social media, that's their news.
That's their news.
That's their news. So whatever pops up there, that's their news. So it goes from channel clicker people to watching the news to that. So over a period of time, once they're phased out and they're not doing those type of things, next. So that's going to be chopped off soon. Mm-hmm. So cable TV and all that type of stuff. Like HBO, I don't know if HBO got the backing to me, but I just feel like Thrones and comedy things are saving them.
Yeah.
Thrones, but I feel like Netflix they might not have Game of Thrones, they have The Crown.
They have The Crown. But again, it's your advantageous though, because even as a streaming service and you have the Game of Thrones, right? Mm-hmm. 2 or 3 seasons you pass, you might be on your 5th season. You're okay with giving Netflix season 1 and season 2 because they're paying you for it, right? The people who own your service probably are not going to be watching season 1 or season 2. It's usually the people who never had HBO before in their life. This is something new to them. Mm.
So in the long run, they'll make it there.
In the long run, they'll make it there.
Sure.
And that's why I said, like, Netflix to me, it ain't gonna die. It's there. They've established themselves. I think they would have to shoot themselves in the foot in order to get that spot taken away from them.
Let's hope so. Because those companies called Blockbuster Video that probably said the same thing. We ain't going nowhere like a Bad Boy track. And where the fuck is Blockbuster Video now?
But is it more of bad business practice or well, it is bad business practice if you don't change with the times, right? Because the medium itself that you block, who owns a VCR?
No, but even, okay, let's say this. People will stream a lot of things now. So like Blu-ray players and DVD, and then like the Blu-ray and DVDs.
Yeah.
Yo, those things and stuff are like rare now.
Super rare.
They're very rare and stuff to kind of come by now, right? But I look at it where you still had that period where they could have, Blockbuster could have jumped off like probably now. They could have rolled that late 80s, early 90s wave all the way to like probably now. The missing key piece was the fact that when they had the opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yes. Yeah.
They had an opportunity to buy Netflix and stuff. Because when I was looking, I'm like, Netflix, I think Netflix is like 97, 98 years old. Like that's when they came out. Because I think Google's 1 year older than Netflix.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit.
But again, right? There's a company that's seen something and then changed with the time, because Netflix was the VHS and the candy machine.
Oh, you're talking about the red box.
Yeah, the red box,
the red
right?
box
Like
thing.
that's how they started off too. It was as you got the VHS out of the red box, right? And it's like okay, now this don't make no sense. This is what's happening next. This is what's next coming. So why we doing this whole red box thing?
Right, but even as I'm saying, if Blockbuster bought Netflix,
yeah.
You never would have heard of Netflix.
You would have never heard of Netflix.
But they didn't catch the wave or understand the growth of the technology or the movement.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why Blockbuster is obsolete. And now, if you even mention the word Blockbuster and stuff to like even the younger generation, like, what's that? Huh? What? So, because even like I had on one of my old iPhones and stuff, I had a cassette case.
Yeah.
Right? Cassette tape.
Yeah.
What's that? Huh?
Huh?
It was a younger generation. I'm like, you don't know what a cassette is? Oh, what? Oh, what? I was like, this is before CDs. And catch the wave. Let's get to these polls, man. Let's talk about these polls.
Go ahead.
First poll said, would you ever take a cheetah back? Not the one from Safari.
Not the one from Safari.
The one that might have gave you something. A broken heart.
A broken heart.
Look at you. 89% said no.
Yeah. I can see why 89% would say no.
Now, would you ever take a cheetah back?
I would.
You would?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm always good for a second. I'm always good for a second chance. Third, you might not get. No, third, you probably won't get. But a second chance, I can give that.
So let's say your wife cheated on you and stuff. Let's say she cheated on you in your 20s.
Yeah.
You can take her back.
I can take her back.
She cheated on you in your 50s.
In my 50s? I can take her back.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheating won't break shit.
No, well, it's not to say that cheating won't break shit. No, okay, let me qualify it, right? Again, depending on what was the cause, what led up to it, right? And if we sat down and we spoke and we figured out certain things just was missing, the communication was not there, just feeling somehow I've made you feel all alone and not worth this, alienated and stuff like that. And it's just at that point was for you a moment of weakness. Like someone had made you feel alive that you haven't felt that way in like, let's say 5 or 6 years. And it was just something that
make me feel God. Make me feel God.
Yeah. But after it happened, right? You're full of the most regret that it happened. You feel bad that it happened, right?
Some people don't feel shit. They don't feel bad.
And that's what I'm saying. This conversation is what's the determination, right? I say, okay, you know what? I'm willing to give that second chance. Prove to me that it was a mistake. Because it could have been a mistake.
So how would she prove to you that it was a mistake?
Well, then it doesn't happen again.
So it doesn't happen again.
It doesn't happen again.
Okay, so you're willing to give redemption one more time, you said. So yeah. Give it one more.
Yeah, prove.
And that'll be the proof. If she don't cheat again, that's the proof.
But it was a moment of weakness. You're
and if she did,
then Like I said,
She's a weak individual.
There's no third time. There's no third time.
Fair.
2 times, you got that second chance.
Fair.
You got that second chance. Hey, listen, man, a lot of people are surviving right now on second chances on life.
This is true.
Yeah. A lot of people have fucked up their second chances on life and are not surviving right now. But they can't say they never got that second chance.
I don't know. See, for me, I feel like age will have to play a factor for me. Like, I'll look at it where it's not even age, too much more maturity.
Right.
Because you have to know where exactly like where you stand. And I feel like kind of like the abortion thing and stuff, whatever. I can understand 2 19, 20-year-olds and stuff going to an abortion clinic.
Right.
But I can't understand 2 40-year-olds going to an abortion clinic.
Right.
Because my thing and stuff is now you're in this ball game or you're playing in this territory and stuff like that where it's like make or break you now.
Right.
You really want to go play with some shit like this and you might jeopardize and lose a lot of shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, like, yeah, she fired. She's something else and stuff like that. And she giving me the time of day.
Right.
But I'm looking like, am I really to risk it for the biscuit and fuck up everything else that I have going on over here?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot. And if you just say, yeah, yippee-ki-yay and just dive in and stuff like that, like, don't expect like the house of cards to be stable.
Yeah. Granted, right? But let's say the percentage games, right? Let's say the odds of the percentage was not in your favor. You use contraceptives, right? You use a condom, right? Still, these things are not 100% proof, right? But you're doing the best that you can possibly do to protect yourself, protect your interests, and so forth like that. The condom breaks, or she ends up getting pregnant. But what you guys don't want it.
It's called the immaculate conception. Okay?
The immaculate conception happens. At that time, you gotta have it.
No, this is God. This is God. Be like, look, I cheated on you. I've been using condoms, been using protection, but she still got pregnant.
Right.
I didn't want this, but God did.
Yeah.
Oh, but God did. What God did. That's what John Legend said.
At that point, though, you might want to consider what your options are. And then, and again, it's like I said, like.
But when you even get to that point, though,
right?
When you even get to that point to say, like, yo, you're gonna fuck somebody with a condom because you love wife.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
Oh no,
Like,
the situation that I'm saying is like just 2 grown ass adults not involved in anything. Neither are married, but just they're 2 grown consenting adults. Because you're right. Even as 2 grown consenting adults, you shouldn't be freewheeling. No, hell no. You know the consequences.
So I say, Smooth, what are you drinking? Can I have some? Like, shit, I don't see you with a cup. Why you sipped on something?
You can't be freewheeling because you have the responsibilities. You understand? But again, shit happens. So shit happens. Are you going to stay stuck in that situation? Maybe that might be a reason why you see 2 40-year-olds sitting up in a clinic. I don't know. I'm just saying these things happen. You ask,
I mean, like,
what are you 2 doing here?
No, because if I look over there, I see a young little couple, or I see a mother and a daughter, and she out here in like some brat shirt and stuff like that. Like, all right. Curiosity. I see another couple with stuff, whatever. They like, there's like gonna be some struggling students and stuff like that in college. Like, I feel it. I see it. Motherfuckers got more gray hair. Like, he bald. She got gray strands in her dome piece and stuff. And like, did you guys sleep on health class? Because I'm pretty sure, like
what happened? Milk.
Like, this one mixture. Oh my gosh.
Milk.
And we're back. Yeah.
For reference purposes, check out the Patreon episode.
Yo. Hey, yo. Salute to Brian Pumper.
Salute, man. Jake Steed in the place.
Yo, wherever you guys are, man. Wherever you guys are.
Legendary status.
Legendary
status.
Okay, all right. Next one was, which would you rather have? 50 more points on your IQ.
Right.
Or the body of your dreams.
See, I like this one. I didn't think I answered it because I was like, I gotta think about this one. But the more I thought about it, 50 more points on my IQ.
50 more points. All right. Well, 67% said body of your dreams.
Really?
Said body of your dreams.
What'd you say?
I said body of your dreams.
You smart enough already?
Hell yeah.
Just give me the Adonis. Give me the Adonis.
You know, was it Power Rangers be like, make my Marvin grow? I'm gonna be at an easy staggering. Just not be modest. I'll be modest. I'll be 6'4".
You be 6'4". Yeah, just give me that.
I'll be 6'4". Body of your dreams, dog.
Yeah.
All aesthetics, the body of your dreams.
Yeah.
You wanted the bootleg veneer smile? Mm-hmm. It's yours. The height, the hair, all that's yours. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 50 points.
50 points.
50 points is a lot.
It's a lot. And you know why I'm going you know why I'm going with the 50 points?
Talk to me.
Because a lot of niggas without the body of their dreams have women with the body of their dreams. Ooh. Because of those 50 damn points.
Yes. However, there are some cases and stuff where some of the people and stuff, they're not really using themselves to the full potential.
No. A lot of cases of that.
Yeah, because what I noticed stuff was like, no, I think somewhere in college and stuff, I seen somewhere they had an IQ test. They had an IQ test going on. So I thought it was like more questionnaire type of shit right now.
Yeah.
But it was like one with like puzzles. So they give you like puzzles and all that type of stuff. And now you have some people who are sick with it with Rubik's Cube. Mm-hmm. And then like myself, I want to say I solved the Rubik's Cube once only because I watched a YouTube video.
Okay.
So I'm not sick with it like that and that aspect and stuff there, but like certain other things in know-hows, like my brain would just lock in things. Right. So some people might look at me like, Marv knows everything. Marv just has a great memory.
Yeah.
Right? So it either or. But and like in total, I remember when somebody I knew took an IQ test and they got their full results and stuff. I'm not saying I'm smarter than them, but I felt like it. And they said their thing was at 100 and like almost 200. And I was like,
almost 200? Yeah, that's damn near genius.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, if you're at that, then you add 50 and stuff to that, whatever. You're
that's God level, bro.
I heard some of the NASA's best is like sitting at like 200 to 300. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So 50 goes a long way and stuff there, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of times some of these people don't see brains. They see they see the image in front of them and stuff like that, right?
This is true.
So,
this is true.
I mean, it wasn't a hard sell for a lot of people.
No, it's not. It's not. It didn't sound like it.
I think it was funny. Because I think it was somebody who I know voted.
Right.
And they looked at like, and they start cussing the IQ people. They like, what? Tell me, you don't have to be the smartest person in the fucking world. You just have to look like a goddess. I was like, shit. I know where you voted. And then I know the one of the smart people, the people who voted for the IQ side, they look like, looks means everything to these jackasses. So I was like, I didn't mean to start a war. I just mean to post a question.
Yeah, just what you prefer. Just what you prefer. Don't worry about anybody else.
You know, just that. Just that aspect. All right, man. So talk to me, my fellow Black Israelite. How has your Kanye week been going?
Listen. I thought at some point he would eventually apologize. I just didn't think it was going to be so soon. I thought he was going to like ward out a little bit more.
For apologies?
Yeah, before the apology came. But it's I think with him, once they said, yo, the bank started saying, listen, nah.
Yeah, because I want to say like banks, let me say this. I never really know of banks to say no to a person.
Yeah.
You got to be a different kind of vile motherfucker. Banks will hold shit for mobsters, killers, yakuzas, like gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
You'll have
rapists, pedophile. They don't give a shit.
You'll have banks that will have a hush division to specifically deal with those people.
So then when a bank telling you they're not fucking with you, you are a problem.
Yeah.
You've
reached a problem state where the point is that where you have your money and you can't access it. Yeah, that's
what they tell you. I think like by November 12th or some shit like that. Whatever.
Yeah,
they told him.
Yeah, to get rid of his.
But it's 140 something million.
that he had within the bank.
Right. Because the thing is stuff is that, yes, he's a billionaire, but that's in liquid.
Yeah.
It's all in the assets and stuff like that, right? So I think that's where some people kind of got confused. Like, you can hold that into the Caymans.
Yeah,
you can move all that stuff to the Caymans and stuff like that, whatever. But it's going to take you some while to access that kind of money.
Right.
And then much less like...
Right. Especially if the banks ain't feeling you. They're going to make you jump through hoops to access that sort of money. They don't care if that is yours.
Yeah.
They're going to bring up some policies that haven't been used in like 100 years ago. Yeah, this one here, but let me dust it off so you can see it. Yeah, you see this line right here? Yeah, we got to hold it for another 3 or 4 months. We can't just give it to you all away.
I think, let me say this. Every now and then, no, we don't really like poke at the Jewish community. I just call them Jew Union and stuff like that, whatever, and everything like that.
Right.
Those people, they went through some chronicles just like we went through some chronicles and stuff like that. I believe with the Jewish community, the stuff that he was saying is dangerous.
Yes.
The reason why I feel like it was dangerous is because you got people spending mad bread for Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Shoes, apparel, concerts, etc. and all this and everything. He spends.
Oh, by the way, Balenciaga just dropped him.
Oh, that was easy. This is the reason why.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the rhetoric and stuff is very, very, very dangerous from a powerful person and stuff like that. Remember, this man ran for presidency, right? Mm-hmm. He ran for presidency and it was supposed to be independent, but I still feel like the GOP was behind it, whatever.
Do you think so?
The GOP, they're behind a lot of shit, whatever, right?
They are.
Like because even look like when you look at here, the conservative side,
right?
Rob Ford was conservative. Then when you brought in Mayor Tory, he's conservative too.
Yeah.
Which conservative party do you want? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it always falls into that kind of line. And these people listen to Kanye blindly. Blindly. Absorb. Hell, I asked some few people and stuff, whatever, and I asked them their Mount Rushmore, and they put Kanye on. They're like, what? You know what he did for the culture? I was like, he steals beats. His rhymes don't make sense most a good portion of the time.
Right.
Whatever, right? But I'm looking like, because the beats and stuff are like so far gone, you absorb more in the beat than you are the lyric thing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The Jewish community, especially when it came to like the Holocaust time and stuff like that, the rhetoric was bad about them. What do they call it? Propaganda.
Yeah.
The propaganda was bad.
Right.
And we saw what happened to them with the Holocaust.
Right.
Right? Remember, Hitler wasn't a soldier. Hitler wasn't.
He was a painter.
He was an artist.
Yeah.
Kanye isn't a politician. He's an artist. Mm-hmm. One artist.
Zelensky is not a politician. He's an IG model.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like
Trudeau is not a politician. He's a thespian.
Oh yeah, don't forget that Aladdin. A whole new boy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think that it's the rhetoric and stuff for that. So when they listen to this guy, high steam, full steam ahead, just going off on these things, just kind of going in on his tangent and his rants, they start feeling like, yeah, those Jewish people, they block everything. Yo, I remember there was this one white guy at work.
Right.
He's like, I don't want to hear no one telling me nothing about no white privilege. You black people live better than me. And I was like, where's my white privilege? And I was like, there's probably some Jewish person and stuff out here like, yo, you think we got all the bread? We have barely nothing. We're probably behind some of our bills out here and everything like that. Where's this money you guys are talking about? When you keep saying these type of things and people are not thinking, people don't use their brains, it gets kind of dangerous to some points.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And much as when it's come from your favorite musician,
I agree 100%.
They're like, Kanye can't be wrong. Some people look at Kanye can't be wrong. You're old enough to know better. Some of them aren't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, nah. I was like, boss,
this
ain't the way.
And let's face it, some of them think or thought like Kanye before Kanye even mentioned or said anything. So now, because of who he is, they feel like now he's giving them a voice. So now a lot of those people who are they always thought like that. They just never felt like they could say it, or they never felt. So here it is. Kanye is saying it. They're like, oh, well, I'm right behind you on this one. So I'm right behind you on this.
So anybody wearing Yeezy boots, Yeezy kicks, Yeezy slides, to this day, if I see y'all, that's the new MAGA hat. That's the new MAGA hat. That's the new MAGA hat.
I wonder if you're a Jew, right? Mm-hmm. Owning anything related to Kanye, whether it just be, the music, or whether it be the clothing. What do you do at that point? Do you burn it like all the white people burnt their Nikes when Nike was supporting Kaepernick? Do you burn it, or do you just say it's fashion, it's whatever? I'm not wearing it because of the name. I wear it because I like it.
Well, I don't know. So wait, so you're asking stuff? Do they support it? Do they burn his stuff? What do you?
I'm saying, like, if I'm Jewish, right?
Right.
And I was like,
you already own these Kanye things?
I know Kanye is wild, right? But it is like, he's wild. I don't care. Like, I like his music. I wear his clothing, right? Now here he comes out outright attacking my community. Mm-hmm. Do I still look at? I probably won't look at the shoes the same. I probably won't look at the music the same. But what do I do at that point? Do I just toss it? Do I get rid of it? Like, or is this a situation where we know 3-4 months down the line, something else, we're onto something new?
With him? With Ye himself?
With just
life in general?
Life in general.
I don't know. Yeah, you really have to ask a Jewish person that, whatever. That's a good question to ask them.
Yeah, because
if I was, I would cast off all Kanye stuff.
Right.
Because to me, I'd feel like
I supported you and you didn't support. You're not supporting me, type of deal. Or,
it's like that. Why would I go to a restaurant that don't like black people and stuff like that?
Right.
I'm not there to prove a point to say like that. Like you don't want me here.
Yeah.
And because you don't want me here, I don't feel like you're gonna give me the best treatment and stuff.
But the reason why I asked that, right? Because come on, man, black people. How much times have we boycotted shit only to go back to shit?
Oh, but not everybody's on the train. We that's what I said. Like our black community.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to these jokes.
Yeah.
Or with agreement system shit, like we can ride. But then we always have these kind of pivotal moments and stuff where we have to draw lines in the sand.
Right.
And it's like every side or every squad has their bullies and their minions.
Right.
So it's kind of like, are you for Ye? Because I know people were saying stuff like, that's right. It's not anti-Semitic because we're black Israelites and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And everything and stuff too. So it's not anti-Semitic if we're talking about ourselves.
Right.
But then you have the other people and stuff looking like, yeah, that's not how you prove a cause, though, whatever, right? So now you have the ones like, black Israelites, they're like, no, he's a dummy, The lines are driven in sand, and that's just with one race of people. So you're going to have the ones that's for or against and everything and stuff like that. So as the collective, who is the head of the collective? I don't know. Do you look at the people who have more money and everything like that to silence that person? I don't know.
Right.
Or do you look at that person and stuff to kind of realize their ways? Because clearly there's not. He's an attention-grabbing whore.
Yeah, of course, he always been. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that this is even a topic that has gone this far is because too many people are feeding into it.
Yeah.
And he's absorbing the attention and saying, hey, this is working. Let me feed the rumor mill some more. Let me give them more fodder to feed on. And they just chew it all up.
Yeah, but that's something everybody who's doing it now, like even like Drink Champs, I feel like Drink Champs, they
Did you feel like Drink Champs should have apologized?
To who?
Well, after that Kanye interview, right? Mm-hmm. They went on the Breakfast Club. Nori went on the Breakfast Club, right? Mm-hmm. And he apologized to anybody who felt offended from the Kanye interview.
Do they need to apologize?
Right.
I feel like they need to answer for it. Because they were the platform that he did it on.
Right.
And
but hold on, right? We're not seeing Who's the white guy? The first one that he started spewing on from Fox.
Tucker Carlson?
We're not seeing Tucker Carlson apologize for having him on and spitting whatever he spit, right?
Right.
We're not seeing Piers Morgan apologize for having him on and spitting whatever he spit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're not catching any slack.
They are. I want to say Tucker Carlson, no.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson, no, because he was the first.
Right.
Because everybody want to answer stuff to the White Lives Matter thing. He went to Paris Fashion Week, and that was the very first interview he did from that time.
Okay.
So Pierce, anybody jumping on the Kanye wave to interview him and everything like that after the Tucker Carlson,
got it. They caught it. Okay.
They should apologize because they're just trying to. Yes, we're in the media business and stuff like that, whatever. But you're looking to get the steam and stuff, whatever, from this, whatever.
Yes.
He already went wild and ratchet on the Tucker Carlson thing.
Right.
So looking like, okay, this is a little volatile and stuff, right? And then I even think he went on, he was with a light-skinned lady, I believe. I think she might have been before Tucker Carlson. So Tucker Carlson might be in the mix of stuff too, but Tucker Carlson covered the whole White Lives Matter thing.
Okay.
Right? So then anywhere else he's going and stuff after that, whatever, it's kind of like, what's his name again? Charlie Sheen, when he had the whole Tiger Blood thing. Mm-hmm. After he got fired, and everybody he went on a tour. Fucking tour. They paid him a tour. I thought he was going to do stand-up comedy, something. It was interviews.
He lived off that.
And that's what I'm saying. Kanye's still living off this White Lives Matter thing.
Right.
Right? And everybody else is just jumping on the bandwagon and stuff, whatever, too. Like, even if, I wouldn't want Kanye to come on the show now. If I had the power, I wouldn't want Kanye to come on this.
Right.
I would want Kanye to come on the show with stuff, whatever, when he is not so crazy mood, not so manic mood, where let's say he has nothing going on, I'd be like, yay, we have a slot for you on the Podical Sons. Because all of this right here is just like clout chasing, and some shit is just gonna get wild because he might go on your shit and say some even more extreme shit.
Yeah. But I always wonder, okay, is it really the show and the show host, or is it like the powers that be on top of the show host, right? Because think about it. You know that there's a chance that Kanye might come on your show and say some wild and crazy ass shit.
We said that. We had a question about him, and are you inviting Kanye to the barbecue?
Yes, right?
Right.
Wild and crazy ass shit, right? But as a business owner, from a business perspective,
you're looking at dollars. And money is over integrity. And if you're looking at to do that, money is over integrity.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe if you're thinking about it, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be those who have that show. But if you have that show and you answer to somebody else, and they come to you and say, listen, this week I think you need to have Kanye on the show. Yeah, but I'm not really feeling Kanye. You say, yeah, but this is what we want. So,
but you agreed to it.
You got to switch. Well, yeah,
you agreed to it.
You agreed to the contract that was put before you, not knowing that some of this shit is coming down the line.
Fam, they say Revolt.
Right.
Revolt cut Nori a check for we'll say 20 mil.
Right.
For the show.
Right.
If he doesn't do this episode, he's in breach and stuff like that and everything like that, right?
Yes.
Can't call in sick? Can't reschedule? And then just don't do it?
You can. You can call in sick, I guess.
So reschedule when you're healthier and stuff, whatever. And then when hopefully by that time some of that steam goes down.
I wonder, Interesting. I wonder what is in it that they sign. What in it and how much freedom that you give away. Because going back to the two girls that was on the bar stool. Who's your daddy?
Call me daddy.
Call me daddy.
Yeah.
Right. When shit started going on and the whole contract issue came up, they were moving. Someone's offering them a bigger contract and so forth like that.
Mm-hmm.
The two original girls, I guess they couldn't agree on whatever.
No, so they had a contract.
Right.
Like a paraphrase, they had a contract deal, and I think that was already set in stone. But now this is for a bigger contract. At the time and stuff, one had other issues and stuff going on.
Right.
So it's kind of like, they're like, we need you to play ball now, or you can't, or you're not going to play ball.
Right.
And then that's how one got off. I think that's when Sophia got off.
That's how she got off.
That's
right?
how she ended up getting off. But the name and stuff is already bought by said company.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like the name itself was bought by said company.
Barstool.
So they said, well, we'll just replace you with somebody else who will play ball. Right. So I'm like, is it a situation like that? Because if you're in a situation like that and you know, okay, this feeds my bread and butter, you don't have the confidence that she can go out and make another drink champs. You probably might be in a position where you say, fuck it, I'm just going to play ball.
And then you have to answer this. You have to answer to that.
Right.
Like what I'm saying, like you have to answer to it regardless to the fact.
Right.
Either you just have to pick money or integrity.
Yeah.
If you choose the reschedule aspect and stuff, when the shit calmed down and the heat's gone down some and stuff, whatever, you chose the integrity aspect. If you want to do it whenever it's striking hot, that's it. When Kevin Samuels died, Adam 22 got into some shit and stuff, but they kept coming at him. Joe Budden's cussed him on his own show. Joe Budden's and stuff called Adam 22 to cuss him on the Joe Budden podcast about that was some sucker shit, how you just brought Kevin Samuels shit up the interview as soon as he died.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, he chose money over integrity.
Well, that's the clip. Have you seen the clip with Lion Cohen's at the Breakfast Club?
I'm pretty sure I've probably seen it.
When they asked him, well, how do you promote music that's promoting violence? And then Leo said, yo, I got mouths to feed. I was like, he's like, whoa. Dave Dash gonna call you a culture vulture. And he's like, who's Dave Dash? He's like, I got mouths to feed.
Money over integrity.
Whatever you want to call it.
We still got to answer for some shit. You still got to answer for some shit. I always look at stuff as like, I kind of like the integrity aspect of stuff, whatever, because I think me less watching over my back.
Right.
Is a greater feeling than me knowing for a fact that like I had an unlimited bank account. Like it's so weird where I want to say, me as a black man living in a suburb of Toronto and everything like that, where you have police kind of patrolling around all the above, I'm walking 11, 12 o'clock at night with my hoodie on.
Yeah.
Kind of earlier now because like the coyotes out in this bitch. I showed you the photos.
The super coyotes.
Right. Those are werewolves in the making.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm out here moving around and everything like that. And one day I was talking to somebody, I was like, yo, it's kind of cool. Me put my hood up. Take your hood off as a black woman. Like, take your hood off. Yeah. You want them to Trayvon Martin you and everything like that? I'm like, but that's what I'm saying. My integrity is on a point that I don't have to feel like I'm looking over my back. Look over my shoulder. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I'm moving in the paces of like, if I was doing some shady shit or some illegal shit, I might move a little bit different.
Right.
Because I'm choosing the money aspect and stuff.
Right.
Some people choose this and some people choose that. Me, I would choose the integrity aspect. That's just for me. Because I think peace of mind and I have no one to answer to but myself. If I have to go issue an apology, I think I heard my girl say this. My girl said it's like, I'm not trying to do shit that I have to apologize for.
No, I get that 100%. I get that 100%.
100. Yeah. Why am I going to do something I'm going to have to apologize? It's going back to even the cheating aspect.
Yeah.
Why am I going to cheat and I have to apologize to you? Why can just don't cheat? Yeah. I have to apologize for shit.
Yeah.
It comes to the territory.
It comes to the territory.
And you're going to go for the figurehead and stuff before you go for the execs. The front line people, what are the faces you see first?
Right.
Right? You're not going to be like, to say the writer of the show or the director of the show or stuff, whatever, Drink Champs, like,
how could you allow this? How could you allow this?
That person might be driving their car, going home, minding their business and everything. Like, they were like, you, Nori, and DJ Effin. That's all you guys. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I look at stuff like, yo, Kanye never fails. Never fails to come right back. And he's getting his rocks off to this shit. He's getting his rock. He's probably home in his bat cave and stuff like that. Hashtag Kanye. And he just see his face pop up. He's probably just jerking all over that screen. He's just nutting on there. Like,
it's me.
It's him.
It's me.
It's him. Kanye, who is it? I used to love Kanye. I wanted to be Kanye. Yo, I love Kanye. Love Kanye. Kanye, come on, dog. This is his day. It makes his day, man. I want to talk about Liz Truss. Let's talk about Lizzie.
Liz Truss. Let's
talk about why she want to serve the king. Why did she not want to serve the king?
I don't know.
Like,
because he's a man.
45 days.
45
days.
The shortest
in British history.
Yeah.
I think it's dope.
You think it's dope?
She came in to one monarch and she left to another monarch.
Yeah, she was there for the transition.
For two monarchs.
Think about this, right? If Prince Charles, well then I can't even say if he lives as long as his mama. Yeah, there's a chance that the next prime minister might see two monarchs. But
you think?
There's a chance the next prime minister might see two monarchs, right? Because how old is Prince Charles right now?
He's in the 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s?
Yeah.
Right. So if you think about if someone gets into office, right, when he's like close to like, let's say 87, 88, right? There's a chance that they might outlive him within the next 4 to 6 years. I don't know how long you can be in office. He's 73? Oh, okay. No, you good. You're good. You're good a little bit.
Stop disrespecting my king.
You're good a little bit. No, I thought he was. I thought he was up there. You know what I mean? But still, even at the age of 73, he's 2 years shy of the male expectancy. Right? So
but
there's still a possibility.
They don't live regular male lives.
No.
Regular male out here doing like some 8-hour shifts and everything like that. He probably had like a 2-hour tea party and probably go take a nap.
He's having a tea party. He's having a tea party. And if you believe in conspiracies, they're drinking vampire blood, and they're staying young with that.
You better say allegedly.
Allegedly, I said if you believe in the conspiracy theorists.
I was like, please, this is not InfoWars. His name is not Alex Jones. It's not. He ain't making no more money.
We got the same initials, AJ, but I thought that's where the preliminaries.
He ain't making no more bread. Could you imagine? No more money. That every money that you make, you're going out there you're doing volunteer work basically.
Basically.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So Liz. Shout out to Liz. She still gets her annual income for the retired and resigned prime ministers of the UK. Over 100,000 pounds. I fucking love it.
Bro.
I want to run for prime minister.
I was about to say, there cannot be a sweeter gig. There cannot be a sweeter gig.
She had to put like this. I'm not saying her days and stuff were easy.
Yeah.
Because remember, like, this is what I always feel for when it comes to somebody else coming in new. People, if you're there at the job and you know you're going to leave this job and everything like that, you get into these I don't give a fuck moments.
Yeah.
I don't care what no one says.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm not going to be here at such and such time.
Yeah.
Or like, if you know you're not going to be at the job for like the next year or some shit like that, you'd be like, these I don't give a fuck moments are going to come up.
Yeah.
It was Brexit, the finalization of Brexit was under Boris.
Yes.
Right? Boris, well, I heard Boris might even come back. Salute to Boris Johnson.
Boris is like Trump.
Yeah.
You're just waiting the wings.
Just waiting.
Let me step back so the heat die off of me and just wait in the wings.
Ousted. And I look at it where you have these situations where pain and suffering from the Brexit aspect didn't really surface yet because it was still so fresh.
Right.
It's kind of like when we jumped into a recession. It's like we jumped into a recession, we had to vote for Obama in like a few months.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we didn't see like a year result of like what the recession would be like, and then we put a new person and stuff in charge.
Right.
It's like these wounds are still fresh. This Brexit thing is still fresh, right? And then they're trying to do things that bounce back the British economy because they separated from the EU.
Right.
So she tried to take some penitentiary chances and everything like that. Well, not pen. She wasn't seeing no pen time, but it was kind of like she was doing what she had to do.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't working.
Right.
The thing and stuff is that I think the world we live in now, and I look at it, it's like Trump and I want to say Trump, but I want to say those kind of like bold and brazen political leaders.
Right.
This is including to Duarte in the Philippines. You know, that was executing the drug deals and everything like that. When you have these people who are brazen and stuff like that, and then you have somebody that can't deliver what they say and don't stand by it, you look, excuse the term of language, just because it's a woman, pussy. You look soft.
Yeah, I can see that.
So the people and stuff are definitely not going to fuck with you if you look soft, because you're like, hey, you're representing our country.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, I hear to this day still people shitting on Trudeau. My thing and stuff is, I do not know what Trudeau does day to day.
Yeah.
I don't know what shit he might see day to day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't look at it stuff as like, man, fuck Trudeau. I can't say that because I don't know what he goes through or what shit he sees, what shit he signs.
Right.
But there's some people saying all that. People saying on their trucks.
Yeah.
Fuck Trudeau flags everywhere and everything like that, right? And I'm looking like, how do you hate somebody you never spoke to? How do you hate somebody you haven't had a 15-minute conversation with?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. We put a lot of weight on these people, and we expect a lot. We just need them to stand firm and just hold true with whatever they say and stuff. Whatever. Might be fucked up, but it's they're playing to their constituents.
Yes.
She jumped ship. Super fast, too.
And I'm wondering how much of that was really her wanting to jump ship? Or the party themselves saying...
It goes back to the Nori thing.
Yeah.
You're still the face we see, so you still have the answer. You still have to take responsibility. You're the face.
Yes. No. But what I'm saying is you're gonna jump ship and you're gonna take it, right? But let's face it, a lot of times in those positions, the party strong arms you. The party will say, listen, I hear you, I rock with you, but guess what? At the end of the day, the party's much bigger than you.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course.
So we got to do what's important for the party. So right now...
Impeach me.
We need for you to...
Impeach me.
You can't say impeach me.
Impeach me.
You can't say impeach me, but I don't know, like, is she going to say impeach me?
Impeach me. No. Let them... Like, I don't agree with you guys. You guys put me here.
Right.
I don't agree with this.
Right.
I see this.
Right.
You don't like it? Impeach me. Impeach me.
I think she's just playing ball, man. I think she's just playing ball.
I don't think she has a backbone.
You don't think she has a backbone?
I don't think she has a backbone. Because like I said, you hear me.
Right.
Like I said, again,
Right.
I don't know what these people do day to day.
Right.
In that position of power.
Right.
But my thing and stuff is I'm going to stand true and firm with the decisions that I make.
Yes.
And if you might not like some of the decisions I make, whatever, like tough titties. And that's how like you people like the Trumps, the one in Italy. Georgia. Yeah.
Georgina or something
like that. Yeah. Like people like that. Yeah. You're having more and more politicians come up and stuff just like that. They're looking like, yo, fuck, we're gonna just stand by our word because the people are tired with the regular policies.
Yes.
We're just standing by our words.
Yes.
The countries that have democracy. I'll say that. I want to be clear what Marv is trying to say out of all camera angles. I want to be clear on that, but because the ones that don't have democracy,
right?
If somebody just says like, "Yo, sir, not your average, but people are suffering. My daughter can't eat, whatever." Be like, tough titties. Next. I don't know what to help you on that. You can't impeach somebody who's a dictator, right?
The dictatorship is that you just you gotta overthrow the coup some way.
Exactly. Yo, Putin is not going nowhere like P. Diddy.
He's not going nowhere.
That's what I said. If you don't have like a democracy, no, I'm not. No, I'm just saying. But impeach me.
Yeah.
Impeach me, and then because at least you know for a fact he or she stood by whatever they said.
Right.
And they tried this, it didn't work out. Not all plans work out.
No.
Not all plans and stuff for them. Like, okay, we realized this didn't work. I hired this team to help me see like a way out of this. So we're gonna spend the next few months or years to try to fix my fuck up and stuff like that. But then therefore the next person come in, that's it. No, impeach me. Impeach me. Pull me out of the office.
So, no backbone Truss. 45 days was a must.
Yo, poor thing.
But just in regular politics still, I think if you're, I can't remember what level of government, but you only have to be in like 7 years and you can get like full pension.
You talking about on this side of the world?
Yeah, just 7 years.
7 years. You have to make 7 years.
I believe you have to make 7 years.
See if you have to
get the full pension.
See if you make 7 years.
Now I don't know if it's different. If you're like prime minister of the country, maybe that might be a little bit different. But in politics in general, I think like if you're like in the House of Parliament, like I think if you just 7 years, after you spend 7 years, you can retire.
Interesting.
So like I'm saying, it's not really a bad gig.
No, I don't think it is.
If you can get in, your heart's in the right place. You feel like you can, you want to do one or twos. And
I don't know about that world enough. Whatever. I would like to.
Yeah,
I would like to. I just think like anything I would run for, especially here.
Yeah,
there's a slander campaign coming
right
too fast, and it won't even be the podcast shit.
Yeah,
I think the slander campaign would be like, do you want this American running our Canadian government? Vote whoever the fuck on your politician election day. Because they're going to be like, once they hear me speak, they'll be like, he's not talking about, what are you talking about? A, we're talking about...
He doesn't even talk the same.
I'm a problem. I'm a problem.
Listen to how he speaks. Now listen to this guy named plays like Donald Trump. He don't even sound no American. He's like, he's American like Donald Trump. Vote for the political PC party. That's a closing ad.
They always whisper that shit fast as fuck. Right. Like, this must have been endorsed by the political party. I'm like, what the fuck you say? Say it with your chest. He said the whole commercial. He said the whole commercial loud as hell. Yeah. But that last piece, you want to whisper that shit, whatever. I was like, what? I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think
so. She's gonna stay in office until they find her replacement.
Yeah, but it's not that. That's gonna be too long.
That's not.
It's not gonna be too long. How hard is it gonna? I want to say.
Well, do they have to hold elections to replace her?
They might.
Okay.
They might. But then even if they have a temporary,
right,
they will still hold an election.
They still hold elections.
So they'll still hold the election and stuff, whatever, regardless. But I think like the temporary might can fill the seat,
right,
fill the job, because I don't think that seat can be vacant.
No, it can't be vacant. So it's at her choice that she's staying in until they find a replacement. Mm-hmm. She could step down, and then I guess like the vice or whoever is underneath will step up and fill that role.
Do they have a vice prime minister?
I'm not sure. It's a good question.
That's your world over there. I don't know.
Bro, I've been here since birth. Well, not since birth. Since the age of 1.
You can't run for no British politics.
I can go back and run.
No, you cannot.
I can go back and run.
I just told you my campaign thing.
What?
They're going to be like, do you want to vote for this Canadian on British soil?
I'm gonna show them my British birth certificate. I'm one of y'all. Born, maybe not raised, but born on British soil. They're not gonna trust you. They're not gonna trust you. I'm in Canada where Queen owns 90% of the land. I'm still one of y'all.
The king owns 90%.
The king owns 90% of the land. Here. Spot on.
Yeah.
With a cup of tea.
Ah, man, I don't know. What a wonderful world we live in. I wanted to talk to you about something before we move on, like before the question of the week. Code switching.
Okay.
Let's talk code switching.
So
you and I were talking code switching and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Earlier within the week, personally. Yeah. So we said we bring in this stuff on the show.
Yeah.
So I talked to some people about code switching.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You know your Jamaican folk and stuff with the speaky spokey shit.
Speaky spokey.
Salute to all the Jamaican folks that do listen to the show and everything like that.
To you.
That speaky spokey thing is a funny terminology. Because when I heard it, I'm like, what?
Speaky spokey?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean by that? Whatever. They're like, oh, the people who twang. They always say twang.
Twang.
It's like the way they speak. So it's basically code switching. If people don't know code switching and stuff is, code switching is more like Smooth and I would talk one type of way, and then let's say if somebody else come in the room, I might change my wording to kind of fit that person. But I look at this as the audience.
Yes.
Speaker has to know their audience.
Yes.
Right? Because I look at it as, let's say, for example, you and I, we spoke a language completely. Some people don't understand patois.
Right.
If you were speaking patois to me and I can fully understand patois and everything, and I'm answering you back and forth and everything, and there's somebody else in the vicinity, I feel like that's rude to them.
Yeah.
Because they're left out in the unknown aspect.
Right.
I had friends and stuff that are in the past from different backgrounds, used to do that shit, whatever, and I used to just pull their card. I'm like, yo, you know what? I think this is the last day you and I might be kicking it because you're speaking your native tongue right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I feel like you guys might be talking bad about me. So I'll just exit and then you can have all the time you want.
Yeah.
And like, no, it's not like that. But I feel like that aspect of it is rude. Now, when they're turning to translate for me, in some situation before, when Alex has code switching to the person they're talking to, be like, why are you speaking English now? It's because you got the English speaking person and stuff in here.
Right.
You want to act all bougie and everything. I feel like there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So is code switching a good thing or a bad thing to you?
I think, again, if you're using it as a time and place for everything, it's a good thing. And it's funny when you mention Jamaicans, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'll say the West Indies in general.
I can't speak about too many West Indies.
Yeah, but I'm saying the West Indies in general. And the reason why I say the West Indies in general is because we look at as code switching, but when you go to school, you're not allowed to speak patois. You got to speak proper English.
Interesting.
Right?
Okay.
So in school now, coming from that background, you're already used to operating in a certain situation. At home, you talk patois, right? When you go to school, you're supposed to speak proper English. So you take those people now, you remove them from the Caribbean, you bring them up here to Canada, right? So now the first thing that they're going to try and do is assimilate, right? They understand when they're going to get that job, that person who's hiring them
won't understand patois.
Not going to understand patois. Thank God that I got my training in just regular English speaking from back home in school. So now I'm able to converse. I'm able to understand. I'm able to converse with you. And I know that if I speak patois with you, you're not going to understand. But it's my language. It's my love. It's who I communicate with my people with. So as soon as you leave that vicinity, right, and you go up amongst other Jamaicans, it's not like they can't understand the English. They've been taught the same English as well, right?
Some of them I can't tell.
Some of them you can't tell. But it's when they come around with the people who they know from back home or people who they know part of the culture, it's more of I think it's more of a cultural thing.
No, but even like you have some people, well, not even. All right, if you want to keep it Jamaican and stuff and everything, let's say you have that Jamaican person and stuff, they get pulled over by the police officer.
Right.
Speeding or something like that, whatever, right? Hi, officer. And he's still coming. He's not coming in proper English. If he does come in proper English and stuff, that's code switching, no?
If he comes with proper English?
But if he doesn't,
it's code switching. It's code switching.
It's code switching. And that's what I'm saying. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for it, but there's some people and stuff that just don't even have like even the English to kind of fall back on. Right. So it's kind of like they're them, but they're, I don't say they're them is a bad thing.
But even I have friends, Italian friends, right? Who grandmothers will come up and not speak a lick of English, right? So then they rely on the Italian newspaper. They rely on Italian news, right, to get the information in order to be able to still operate within the society, right? And then you'll have their children, right, who will probably speak to them, want to communicate with them, but be like, grandma, that, and then they'll, come with their rusty ass Italian because they can't speak it as well as the proper, just so they can communicate with grandma. Code switching.
Ooh.
And again, time and place for everything. You want to communicate with grandma.
Would that be code switching? Ooh.
You can't communicate with grandma speaking English, right? So you gotta now be within grandma's level. And the only way for you to be within grandma's level is that now you probably speak English better than anything else, right?
Right.
But talking to Nuna or Nona, yeah, you might be saying something like, Mom, how do I say this? Then your mom got to tell you how to say this so you can communicate with grandma. Code switches.
Useless grandkids.
You don't know the mother tongue? What's wrong with you?
I'm no better. Shit.
I'm no better either.
Shit, your patois is better than mine.
But as good as my patois is, if I go down to Jamaica, I'm a mark.
But you will be. That's the thing, though. That's exactly the thing.
Yeah.
You are... I always look at stuff as like, the culture here and culture there are two different type of cultures.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They have similarities.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're entrenched into it there, you're one of them.
Right.
But then if you migrate you from there to here, you stand out.
Yes.
But you're one of us.
Yes.
So if we drop you over there, you stand out. That's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's just with the territory.
It's gonna happen.
It comes with the territory. See, I just always look at where for decades and stuff, we've always been going at, especially like black people. So black people who speak English and everything like that. And I don't even call Ebonics the slang, but let's say when people who's talking proper and everything like that, that's what they claim or articulates themselves different, they're code switching. But I look at it stuff as, what if this is their world that they interact with when you're not in their world at that time? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I talk to you regular like this, but when I'm on the clock or something like that, if I'm talking to people regular deg, they be like, regular degular? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Are you regular? Are you having a bowel movement? Yeah. And they're lost in the...
Looking up degular in the dictionary.
Yeah, they look like degular?
Degular.
Like, no, I want to speak... The speaker should know their audience.
Yes. 100%.
We're on agreement.
100% the speaker should know their audience.
Yeah.
And what it takes to communicate with that audience.
Facts. Well said. All right, man. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week. Question of the week. That was patois.
Question of the week. What do you think everybody should pay attention to more?
Themselves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what?
I don't know if it has to be with anything specific, but when I say pay attention to yourselves, maybe like meditation, maybe just
meditation.
Be more into yourself as opposed to into everything else.
No, I think a lot of people are into themselves today.
You think so?
Especially some of these makeup artist chicks and everything like that.
Yeah, but
they feeling themselves like they lost their house keys.
But are they really? Are they into themselves because of what they really are inside, or are they into themselves because they see everything else out there and now they want to reflect everything else out there onto them?
I feel like you just mind fucked me with that statement. So break that down to layman's terms for me.
Okay. We see people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll go out and they buy an outfit, right?
Correct.
Now, they look super fresh in the outfit, right? So now they take they're feeling themselves. So they take a whole bunch of pictures of themselves in that outfit.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Why is it that they went out and bought that outfit?
To go out for an event.
Or, okay, to go out to an event, right? But why is it they bought that specific outfit?
Because it specifically went for that event.
No, because they've seen somebody else in that specific outfit.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of times.
I've never seen nobody in a hoodie like this, but I just put on a hoodie.
But Marv, stop putting yourself in it. What's the saying?
Stop expecting you from other people?
Stop expecting you from other people. But we already determined that we're a different set of breed, right? We're looking at the
collective?
Mass, the collective.
Okay, so the collective is
feeling
collective. In general. They seen a Jennifer Aniston wearing this dress, so they want to buy this dress.
So they'll go out and buy this dress. They'll see a particular...
Collective is boring as fuck.
It's super boring, bro. But guess what, though? Fashion depends on that.
Touche.
Fashion depends on the fact that you need somebody to tell you how to look or how to dress. As opposed to just being the individual who likes that Pioneer Gang sweater and says, yo, I don't care who anybody else knows what I have on. This is me.
I feel good.
I feel good in it.
I knew that I would.
I'm gonna rock in it. I'm gonna rock it, right? So, but that's because you're in tune with yourself.
So pay attention to yourself some more.
I think people should pay attention to themselves more. Listen to their inner voice as opposed to having someone give them that inner voice.
I feel like people should pay attention more to the truth or to what's actually factual and what I want to say, what can be proven.
Okay.
So far from like what our level of understanding out here, because it's the same thing with the yay thing. Right. With the spewing the rhetoric, like even like the George Brown families and all that type of stuff and everything. What do you say, George Floyd? He said George Floyd died of
overdose. The overdose.
Yeah, yeah. Not because of asphyxiation. Right. When we have an autopsy proven he died of asphyxiation. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ignore the fact. People need to pay attention more to the facts. Right. To the facts of some things and stuff, whatever, before they going off to even the anecdotal stuff or off tangent and everything. Go for the facts. Go for the truth. There's one truth. There's multiple realities. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like people should be paying attention to more. Okay. Ta-da-da! Ta-da. All right.
Scene. Scene.
Let's get to the ass of sons.
Scene is like a yes. Well, scene has got many variations, but I just use it to say yes to Marv.
You use it to say yes?
Scene. Marv, scene.
Scene.
And scene.
Let's get to ask the son. First, ask the sons come from Razzle Dazzle. What do you think the average person needs to do more in a day?
Pay attention to the truth.
Sleep.
Sleep. Sleep.
Sleep. Laugh. Sleep, laugh, and smile. There's a lot of miserable motherfuckers out here. I don't think a lot of people getting in. Cat Williams used to say, Cat Williams did say, he's like, yo, you need to get your 7 laughs in, whatever, in the day. He's like, get those laughs in for the day. I don't think people be out here laughing.
Nah.
Yo, I had somebody told me stuff the other day and stuff. They couldn't recall a week. It was the saddest thing I've heard in a while. They said they couldn't recall a week of their mother being happy in their life.
That's crazy.
That was so heavy. And I was like, I'm like, so I even said, I'm like, she don't laugh and smile?
Yeah.
She might just do like a little, like a smirk or two and shit like that. I was like, damn, is life really, really, really that bad or beating you that bad? Like, I don't know. I laugh too much.
Right.
I laugh too much and everything. I lack sleep. That's what I'm saying. Sleep is one of the things.
Sleep, yeah. I think sleep is a big thing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Sleep.
But yeah, I mean, it's, for some people, I don't know if it's a mindset thing, and it's so hard to change that mindset.
There's a YouTube video for that, man. Fuck out of here. There's that TED Talk somewhere on there.
There's a lot of things to it, but you're saying some people don't want to seek the help. Some people that realize that there's that, but some people don't even want to seek the help.
Of course, and we shouldn't make excuses for those people.
No, we shouldn't make excuses.
But that's what we constantly do. That's what I'm saying. We treat people infantile,
right?
Because you're the master of your universe. He-Man taught me this shit when I was younger.
Yeah,
right. So if now I realize now, the world I live in constantly consists of, like, let's say, cutthroats, people don't wish me well, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Do I wake up and keep jumping them into that world? Or do I start realizing stuff was like, yo, is this a necessity? Or can I change this?
Right.
Just choice and chance.
Right.
So when I see somebody miserable, you technically kind of chose to be miserable. They're like, no, I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. Well, then make a better choice.
Yeah.
Make the choice to smile.
Yeah.
Make the choice to try and do more. And some days I want to make the choice to lay in my damn house and watch anime and eat some food.
Yeah.
But then some other days I make the choice for to get on my grit and grind and come hustle on the podcast.
You gotta realize what if it means changing your perspective on life, then you somehow got to change your perspective on life. I tell anybody who hears me, man, to me there's no such thing as a bad day.
Moments.
No such thing as a bad day.
There's bad moments.
There's bad moments, and that's it. With if you choose to wallow after that moment has passed, that's on you.
And that you can change.
That you can change. That you definitely can change.
That you can change. So
sometimes you may need help in order to change it.
Of course.
But allow that to happen. Look at you. Look, the other day when we had a conversation, I was down. You called me. Few chuckles, and I said, "Yo, I needed that. I'm back where I'm supposed to be."
Yeah.
You understand? So it's but you have to allow it to happen. Some motherfuckers would have seen the phone call and be like,
ignore.
I'm too depressed right now to answer this. Put the phone down.
Facts. 130%. I agree. And this is part of my gratitude before attitude thing when I tell people and stuff, and I'm like, especially when I talk to people or go out with people or chill people, I'm like, you could be anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
But you chose to be with me. And I appreciate you for that and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have these moments. We're going to get these jokes off. We're going to crack a smile. We're going to have these funny ass debates. We're going to have these serious ass debates. And stuff like that. And we're just going to have a good time because I want to have a good time.
Of course.
So if you don't want to have a good time and I want to have a good time, be like, yo, you know what? Clearly we're on two different places.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go this way, you're going to go that way. But if you want to have a good time, we're going to rock together.
Yeah.
We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to get to a proper medium.
That's it.
Next question comes from Lady of the Lake. Dun, dun, dun.
I feel like I'm imagining a sword being thrown at me right now.
Some King Arthur shit. What do men really want? Sleep! No.
Peace of mind.
As a man, what do you really want? I've never... That's a good question, though.
What is a man?
Oh, fuck. One who was born with a sausage, a penis, a willy, a wee-wee.
I was about to say, when you mentioned He-Man, can he be called he and man in this day and age?
Man.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Maybe that's the reason why He-Man ain't come back yet. They're like, whoa, we got these gender things we need to work out first.
Yeah.
What do you want as a man, though? I think what I want as a man, it's not just one thing. Maybe because
because that's what I'm thinking about. Like, is there any one particularly?
If I'm to hone it down into some things, I would like to be happy.
Yeah.
I would like to be, I want to say, with a peace of mind. Peace of mind of things and stuff is definitely it. Companionship. Food. I got an inner fat kid inside here somewhere.
Yeah, you got it.
And weather. And like decent weather.
As a man, to live a life that's exemplary. Is that how you say it? Exemplary.
What do you mean by that?
Encompassing all those things that you just mentioned, right? Living that to the fullest, where somebody can see that and say, hey, that's a role model or that's a path that I can follow and inspire somebody else to do it too.
Oh, okay. I don't really care if people watch. No, to be honest, because I think, and this is where I give credit to like people like Andre 3000 and Pharrell, because I always tell people hip hop raised me.
Yes, yeah.
Hip hop raised me and stuff, whatever. And I look at like Andre 3000, he was doing different shit from when everybody was doing this other stuff, whatever, right? And he was called gay, he was called weird, he was called all the above, and then some, you know what I'm saying? He just did his own thing.
Yeah.
And Pharrell and them and stuff, whatever, came out after as well, and they were just doing their own thing and stuff like that. They were band geeks. Right? They were band geeks and stuff, Neptunes. And you just do your thing. And I think the illest thing and stuff is, I think there was an interview with Pharrell. He said, once you get past grade school, you realize and stuff, whatever, you don't want to fit in.
Right.
In grade school and stuff, whatever, if you and I both had that same kind of shirt, whatever, we gang, we friends, we clicked up and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
As adults, you see somebody in the same shirt, you already vexed. You're like, fuck, dog? Maybe you should go home since you came late. Go change your clothes.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like individuality means everything and stuff. So when I start coming into myself, like in my late teens, early 20s, I was like, I don't care. I'm doing me.
Yeah.
So if you like the fact that I laugh and I enjoy myself,
right,
and you would like to do the same damn thing, by all means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I think if you want to do my kind of goals and stuff, my goals might not fit for you.
No. But you know what? And I don't necessarily would look at it as the goals, right? But maybe it's the principles that you haven't upheld. Because you're right, goals and all that can change. Core values and principles, some of that stuff remains the same. So when I say live, for me to live an exemplary life, that
somebody can see,
somebody can see that
is the core principles,
the values that we have, right?
Gotcha.
The integrity,
right,
that we have, and it's like, yo, them dudes is doing all right, right? I'm inspired by those dudes. With what is it that is there? And it's like, I think that's so dope. If someone comes to me and say, yo, bro, you changed my life for the better. I'm like, I haven't set out to do that. You understand? But if you looked at me and that's what you took away and it's made you a better person, I can't be mad at that. Matter of fact, I got an elated feeling.
It's true. No, you're right.
I had an elated feeling.
There's a dude and stuff, whatever, like Susan, my guy Paul.
Yeah.
So Paul doesn't work in my hospital no more. This past week was his last week.
Right.
Working there and stuff like that, right? So when he told me a few weeks ago that he was leaving, that was his date.
Yeah.
And everything seemed like, all the best and blah, 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 and I'll see you around before you leave. So I saw him like actually the day before he's getting ready to leave.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, I owe you a coffee, man. Let me get you a coffee or something like that. He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, I have my coffee upstairs. I'm like, can I get you a bagel or some shit? He's like, yeah, cool. And then he told me, he's like, you know what? When I heard you say gratitude before attitude, he's like, I took that home and stuff. I told my wife and everything like that. And he's like, his little daughter is saying it. He's like, I learned that from you.
Yeah.
He's like, I learned that from you like 4 years ago and shit like that. So I was like, yeah? He's like, yeah, he started in 2018.
Right.
So I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. He's like, thank you for that. I'm like, oh, I felt warm.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, bring it in. So I gave him like, that bro man like hug that. But I was like,
because here it is.
I'm not here. I'm not trying to carve out some shit where you're supposed to know. But my thing and stuff is that the integrity aspect.
Yeah.
The integrity, like the core values and stuff. It's the core value thing.
And I think, and again, going back to Ye, I think that's what it is when people are watching him now. It's like when you first came into the game, you allowed a lot of people to come with you. Because a lot of the college backpack nerds, they felt like they couldn't fit into hip hop. Here's hip hop dominated by gangster rappers, this, that, and the third. Dropouts, nobody related to anything that they may have related to. Kanye comes in. This is not the typical rapper that you're used to. Then these college kids are eating it up because, hey, he's talking about college stuff. Oh, hey, he's wearing polo shirts. So now the people who are used to being dressed up and preppy, they feel like, okay, hey, I can listen to this rap music now because here's somebody that kind of looks similar to what representation, right? So I think like that is why so many people gravitated to him at that time. It wasn't necessarily the music, wasn't necessarily that he was a producer, because a lot of people who weren't listening to hip hop started listening to hip hop because of Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
And then now when you're a fan of hip hop and you're seeing this guy who brought you there and he's like, wow, I don't hold those same values. Or you look at him and goes, man, that's not the old Kanye who I love. Man, I wish I could have the old Kanye back to rock with him. But you
certain things change.
Certain things change.
Because Kanye said in what Gold Digger, when he get on, leave your ass for a white girl. Armenians are they're Caucasian descent. They are Caucasian descent. So I'm like, that's white chick right there. Yeah. Right? So I'm like, okay. Times change and your values change.
Times change, values change. Hey, we ain't saying that things wrong with that. It's you as a human, you as an individual, you got to know what's good for you.
That's a fire question. Thank you, Lady of the Lake.
Yeah.
We caught the sword.
Yeah, we caught the sword. Thank you.
Last question comes from Madman88. Why don't neighbors introduce themselves anymore? That is another good ass question. Did you introduce yourself to your neighbors?
Let me tell you something. And I said this to my wife the last time we were up there over on the weekend. Since being in Owen Sound, not even my neighbors. Any place that I step into, I'm greeted. With a smile. With a friendly face. Willing to help me. Bro, I have not met a more friendlier set of people in Toronto, and I've lived in Toronto all my life. And what I'm witnessing in Owen Sound, I no longer witness in Toronto. My neighbors say hi to me. My neighbors go out of the... I told you, my grass has been cut 4 or 5 times before I knew who was cutting my grass.
Wait, here or there?
Owen Sound.
Oh, shit.
4 or 5 times before I even knew who was cutting my grass. And then when I finally seen that it was my neighbor to my left, I went up and I said, thank you. He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I cut this grass. I cut this grass. I'm not going to cut my grass, pass over your grass, and go cut that neighbor's grass. And by the way, I'm not the only one, because he cuts the neighbor's grass all the time too.
And cuts yours too. So 2 people cutting your grass?
There's 2 different people cutting my grass.
Oh, that's dope.
So then when I met the neighbor behind me, I was like, yeah, we started talking. He goes, hey, I noticed you doing short term? He goes, hey, yeah. I said, yeah. He goes, I'm doing short term too. My daughter works for the city. Here's some information that might be useful to you. I'm like, damn.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Doesn't happen.
That's the reason why the person asked the question.
Doesn't happen.
And it's legit. It's legit. Let me say this. Me living in a building.
Yeah.
Me living in a building and stuff. I try to make sure, it's weird for me. Okay, let's say, for example, when my front door opens up for my building, you especially use the fob. So, please stand clear, the door is opening, and all this stuff. So, when you hear a beep, you know motherfucker live there.
Right.
Right? Because they do all this extra announcing shit and stuff, right? Because I think if you buzz somebody, it won't say all of that.
Okay.
So, most of the time when you hear the beep, you hear that somebody lives there. Now, once I recognize that, I say hello.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say hello back. Sometimes they don't say hello back. Sometimes it might be a little short little convo and everything. It's whatever. I'm not going that far up on an elevator anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But love thy neighbor aspect is definitely dead. And I feel a lot of people on stuff, well, I don't know how this Bible thing works, but if that's the 10 Commandments and stuff, whatever, a lot of motherfuckers is hitting that shit miserably every day.
Every day. Listen, man, I think people are more suspicious
of their
neighbors.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. And why are you gonna sit there in your suspicion when you can easily go find out?
Well, I think the thing and stuff is, okay, me, if I'm new to the building, if I'm new to a building and stuff like that, and I see everybody, like I see some people, I say hi. I don't say, hi, I'm the new guy in the building.
Right.
But I just like, if we get to that moment where we might have a little one-on-one monologue, I just give them like, nicknames like, Marv. I live here.
Right.
And be like, oh, okay, there's such and such, and they live wherever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that be that. If we don't have that monologue moment, a lot of times it's still just waving hi and bye.
Right.
So let's say where I live now, I walk to work.
Right.
And I remember the first, like after I moved there and I was walking to work and stuff the first time, there was like 2 women always went for morning walks.
Yeah.
2 brunettes, they would walk and stuff, they kind of look me in their conversation, look at me and everything like that. And then other times and stuff, eventually I started seeing them again. I just gave all a head nod.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, good morning. To next, whatever. we just love your cologne. Every time we walk past you, we smell, what is your cologne?
Right.
We just want to know what your cologne is and stuff
Right.
like that. And then it'd be a quick little monologue. Well, I got to get to work, but cologne is blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? They're like, yeah, all right. So whenever they do their thing, it's now regular.
Right.
We now speak.
Right.
Am I going to their house and stuff? And we're having sleepovers? No.
No.
It's love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Like, we're still community. And I think the community aspect of a lot of times the stuff is gone.
It's gone.
Just because we're not the same race, that don't mean I don't have to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? But I think some people look at it stuff as like, okay, if I see from one black, like, if I'm in a place full of Caucasians and I see another black dude, he gonna get the head nod. Because it's kind of like, one of us, one of those things. Though.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like, yo, if you don't even look like me, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
The security guard, Ben, is from the Eritrean descent.
Right.
We've been friends for over decades. Right? I know some words from their language and everything, and some greens and all the above. Right? There was 2 nurses. They're Eritrean. They know me.
Yeah.
We speak.
Yeah.
I show them some photos of like Ben, even at his wedding and everything like that. All about we cool. Security dude, when he was saying shit, single word. One day they were talking to me, whatever, like, oh, like, like, how are you and stuff, and like the response back is what, whatever. When I said that, his head turned. Oh shit, you're one of us. What's up, big homie? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're best friends now. I'm like, fam. One black man to another black man, that's like, you gonna get this head nod. Yeah. It doesn't matter where I'm from or why you had to speak to me. But a lot of people treat it like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a predominantly white neighborhood and a white dude moved in, they're more inclined to kind of meet them. I feel like this is what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I feel like if the black person moved in a predominantly white neighborhood or whatever, you have the few, I want to say the freedom warriors be like, let's go be nice with the neighbors and stuff. Like, even Modern Family had a whole skit and joke about it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I guess the guy, he said his name, but then he said like, oh, he's moving in or something like that, whatever. And the husband thought that was his African last name. He's like, what? No. I said, we're moving in. I didn't say that's my name. Whatever, right? Yeah. But as I'm saying, it's the people that just might not cross over. The love thy neighbor thing is definitely dead in today's time.
I think so.
Especially for the Christian folk, that shit should not be dead. If you feel like you are a Christian, Catholic type of person and you go by the 10 Commandments and stuff too, that should not be dead.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be dead. It's ass backwards to me and stuff, whatever, to me. It always kills me. How are you preaching all this Jesus, I love Jesus, my Lord, and all that type of stuff? It's in the 10 Commandments. Love thy neighbor. They don't give a fuck about that nosy ass heifer.
Listen, man. They're more likely to be suspicious about you than to love you. And that's just the bottom line. That's the shit we're in right now today.
Jesus! Jesus, Wes! Like, yo, because it ain't Jesus, not JC. That's it, man. I got my blood going, forehead all shining now.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. We should love thy neighbor, man. I'm not saying be best friends with them, have sleepovers and stuff like that, but conversation, all that type of stuff goes a long way. And then much less like, hell, I know if you cool with your neighbor and some fuck shit go down and stuff in the neighborhood, they gonna put you on game.
Yeah, straight up.
They gonna put you on game. Be like, look, those 3 houses down the street got broken into. You might be next or I might be next.
Listen,
armor up.
Listen, man. I tell you, that happened within the first year that we moved here, right? My neighbor to the left of me, right? Came knocking on my door. So I was like, hey, what's up? And he asked, and he goes, have you noticed if there was any like footprints on your balcony? Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
wintertime.
Yeah, wintertime.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. And he goes, yeah, because on their balcony they can see footprints walking up to their window. You see how my kitchen window is?
Yeah.
Walking up to their window. And I was like, oh shit. So I went and I looked back, and he goes, I was like, nah. And he goes, yeah. He goes, nah. I'm a little bit worried. I'm thinking about getting myself an alarm because my wife, she works at home.
Right.
She's at home in the daytime and she's by herself. So I was like, you know what? He goes, I'll probably go speak to a few of my neighbors behind. Because I'm the new kid on the block, right? So it's like, cool. So we go outside. Now we're in the back trying to see where they might have accessed to climb up to get to his thing. So we're in the back and we're talking, and then a few others had come. We have a few have cameras in the back of the house and so forth like that. So we're all
So while you guys are talking, gathering.
We're gathering. The neighbors are talking. Say, hey, what's up? And we're explaining to them what's up. So now
neighborhood watch.
So now
that's what it's called, neighborhood.
So now
go ahead.
There's a group of us out here talking and so forth like that. So a few of us, like I said, a few of us had cameras. So a few of them said, okay, we're gonna check our cameras. And at that time, I didn't have the alarm. My next door neighbor didn't have an alarm. We're like, okay, this is a call for us to get an alarm, right? While we're there talking, another neighbor is saying, yes, we've had a string of break-ins, like when the community first started out. So that's why you see a lot of people have cameras now. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're there. And before we left, it was like, okay, well, since we're here, we're looking out for each other. We all started exchanging phone numbers. So now, sometimes I have a package at my front door. I don't even know. I'll just get a text message. Hey, neighbor, package at your front door. Might want to pick it up just in case anybody. Thank you. Hey, neighbor, you left your light on. I know that's got to be hurting your pockets, burning some energy. Thank you. I didn't even know it was on. I mean, it's just random shit we communicate now based off of just that one incident and us coming together and realizing it's a community.
All y'all going to heaven.
It's a community.
All y'all going to heaven.
You know what I mean? But
my floor, my floor, my building.
Yeah. Rough.
They frying.
Rough.
They frying. Yo,
wow.
There's one lady, you know, with the tattoo.
Yeah.
Trying to scoop the kid, whatever.
Yeah.
Like her, different. she was extra loving neighbor. If you need anything, just let me know.
You need some sugar?
You can come knock on my door.
You need some sugar?
I was like, it's great. But because my apartment door is like right by the elevator.
Right.
And like I said, I don't go that far up. So I'll take the stairs down most of the time, but I'll take the elevator up.
Yeah.
And I'm going down this, like before I'm locking the door, I might see people waiting at the elevator. I'm like, good morning.
Yeah.
Crickets. Tumbleweed. Even like, I think I'm more reluctant to talk to the kids. Cause I want to come off as no pedophile.
Yeah.
So I think like to the kids and stuff, whatever, I'll just like wave.
Okay.
I'll just do a little wave. Like I'm putting my key in the door. I see the kids at the elevator. Whatever. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Lock the door. Then I'll take the stairs down.
Keep it moving, right?
Why see adults? Yeah, right.
Wow.
So like, love thy neighbor. That aspect is dead, man. Good question though, man.
Yes.
Good question.
Good questions this week.
All right, we are here. We are at the end. Are you ready? Simple, clear as day for the So Say the Sons this week. So Say the Sons this week says, always give 100% unless it's donating blood. Now I'm just fucking with you.
So says the nuns. So says the nuns.
I don't know where the fuck that came from. I apologize for my behavior. So Say the Sons this week says, focus on the words and not the speaker. So say the sons. I think a lot of times we do focus too much on who said what.
Right.
Instead of that had value and that had weight. Or,
right.
Those were impactful words and everything like that.
Ready to shoot the messenger before you took the message.
Bam, bam. So we need to stop doing that in general.
Yeah.
As people.
Yeah. I agree.
We need to start, don't be blinded by your bias. That's already associated sons, but don't let it happen for real. Like if you realize that and all the above. Same thing we're saying with the neighbor thing.
Yeah.
All you're saying is hello.
That's it.
Or good morning.
That's the start.
Or that's it.
That's the start.
That's it. Now if they snap at you and stuff like that, clearly you're not the piece of shit. They are the piece of shit. Ding.
Ding. Hey, we're pearly whites.
And we are here. We came, we saw, we conquered. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, ask Sons questions. Fire. Salute to this week especially.
Yes.
Fire. We appreciate you guys. Please keep sending more. Like, comment, subscribe. YouTube, come see us. All the above.
Hit the sub.
Once again, thank you for listening to Podical Sons. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
Deuces.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.